Alright, I'd like to welcome the Mayor of the City of Playford, Glenn Doherty, distinguished guests, governing council members, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Good morning and welcome to the screening of the short film of the history of Elizabeth South Primary School, created as part of the History Festival. My name's Steve Clarke and I'm privileged to be standing here today as Principal of Elizabeth South Primary School. Did you know we're creating history right now? So it's fantastic to see our present day students together with our past students and even staff members. I'd like to welcome Jermaine, who will now do the Welcome to Country. Thanks, Jermaine.
Gentlemen, hello, how are you? We'd like to acknowledge this land that we meet on today is a traditional land of the Kaurna people, and that we respect their spiritual relationship with their country. We also acknowledge the Kaurna people as custodians of the Greater Adelaide region, and that their cultural and heritage beliefs are still important to the living Kaurna people today. Thank you.
Thank you, Jermaine, for that Welcome to Country. I'd now like to introduce the Mayor of the City of Playford, Glenn Doherty.
Well, good morning, Principal Clarke, to Children and Young Persons Commissioner Ms Helen Connolly, to all the wonderful parents, friends and past students of Elizabeth South Primary School, and to all the boys and girls here today that are helping to make this a very special day about history. I'm really delighted today about the screening of the film that we're going to see shortly, because you've looked at a bit of the history of your school and also talked about the future with those budding movie stars that are going to be in today's film. And where we are in Elizabeth South today has played a very important role in the wider Elizabeth community. Being built in 1956, this school, one of the first schools in the Elizabeth area, I'm sure all of you today, that if you talk to some of the past students that came to this school, will tell you that the community was very different. New houses going up, maybe not as many parks and playgrounds, and they were trailblazers. They were pioneers, and they helped to make this wonderful school the great school that we have today. And without their past success, we wouldn't have a fantastic school like Elizabeth South. So I'm really delighted as part of your history studies that you can do this film today, and I'm really excited as Mayor that we're here to celebrate that. And I'm also really excited about the good work that you do each and every day at Elizabeth South Primary School. I get to go to lots of schools as the Mayor, and I have to say you're very well behaved, you listen really well, you sit down really well, and I know that each and every one of you are doing a really fantastic job and trying to be the best you can be. So I'd like to thank Principal, staff, and everybody that's been involved in this wonderful screen today. And where are the movie stars? Who was part of the film? Where are you? All right. Well, I look forward to remembering this is your first movie. So when you win an Oscar in 15 years' time, just remember the Mayor was here, okay? And thank me in your speech, all right? And well done for all of your great work and the skills that you've learned as part of this video. And I know myself, everybody here, and the Children and Youth Commissioner, Ms Connolly, we're very, very proud of you. And we're proud of you each and every day. So well done, and I look forward to seeing the video in a few moments' time.
Thank you, Mayor Doherty. The film project that we're about to watch was supported by the Commissioner for Children and Young People, Ms Helen Connolly. So I'd like now to invite Ms Helen Connolly out to the front to say a few words. Thank you.
To all of you people who aren't on chairs at the moment, because you're my boss, alright? Every single one of you sitting on the floor is the boss of me. Do you know what an SRC is? So you imagine, I'm the SRC rep for every kid in South Australia. There are thousands and thousands and thousands of kids everywhere in South Australia. And my job is to make sure that I go out and I listen to what you have to say and I talk to you and I find out the things that are important to you. And then I tell people who are making laws and making rules about what you think. And then I tell them people who are making things that impact on you, so services, where the buses go, all sorts of things. I tell them what that's going to mean for you as a kid. And then I also have to find ways to make sure that you get involved in your communities. And so you do a lot of things at school, and school's a great place, yeah? But sometimes we have things that happen outside of school as well, so we need to make sure that that's really great too. So people like the Mayor, he makes sure that the parks are green and that there are playgrounds and there are things happening for you. And I do things like that as well. And so you'll say, but why did we make a movie? Because making a movie is a bit different, isn't it, a film? And I want to tell you 4 reasons why we decided to make a film about Elizabeth South. 1, this is about History Month, and I love history. Because I think when we think about history and we look to what happened before, it tells us what we should do in the future so we don't make the same mistakes we've made before. So number 1, I love history. Number 2, I love Elizabeth. So I worked out here for years and years in the 90s and the 2000s. And I did lots of work and I came to this school before it looked nearly as flash as it does today. So I've been in Elizabeth for a long time, so I love Elizabeth. And number 3, I love things where other young people can do things. So young people made this film. So we gave young filmmaker in Elizabeth the chance to make a film, so that's a really big tick for me. And number 4, the really important thing on this film is that young kids and old people got to do something together. And every time we bring old people and young people together and they talk to each other, it's a really good thing. So I'm so excited to see what this film looks like, to see the young stars and the old stars and see what we've actually created. But this is all about History Month, and this is all about you being involved and participating. So thank you for having me here this morning, and thank you for being part of this project. And maybe when we bury it, we'll all be around to dig it up again, this time capsule. In how many years is it going in for?
50 years.
Yeah, I won't be around. But I'm hoping that in the 50 years' time, you'll be able to come back and dig it up and go, I remember that. I won't be here, but that's okay. You can remember me in 50 years' time, okay? So thank you for having me here this morning, and I'm really looking forward to the film.
Thank you very much.
The making of the film was exciting for our students who got to be film stars for the day. So before we show the movie, or the little film, let's hear from Lucy and Hannah's experience. Thanks, guys.
Hi, my name is Lucy.
Hi, my name is Hannah. We were both interviewed as a part of the filming process. We were asked questions about how the school has changed over the years. During the interview, I was excited because it was my first time being a part of the film.
The interviewer asked lots of questions about what we liked about the school. When I was interviewed, I was really nervous and excited because I had never been part of the film before.
My favourite part of the filming process was when we got to meet the people who went to the school when it was first built. I was happy that I got to ask them questions about that time. I also enjoyed when we were waiting to get filmed because we were able to get to know the people working on it.
My favourite part of the filming process was seeing all the equipment they used. I really liked the bright shining lights and the cameras. I would like to learn more about how they work. I also liked looking at the pictures of how the school looked when it was first built.
We got to take the film crew on a tour of the whole school. We told them about the new features of the school, including the nature play area.
It was really fun seeing how a film works behind the scenes, and I'm excited to see the finished product of the film today.
Thank you for listening, and we hope you enjoy the film.
Thank you, ladies.
Elizabeth South Primary School opened in February 1956.
And was the first school in the Elizabeth area.
The school began with only 90 students, all in one wooden classroom.
We used to use a nib and ink, so we used to write with ink. With, like a fountain pen, but a nib, you used to dip it in an ink well.
Like Harry Potter.
Harry Potter, yes.
I remember walking to school with my brother and my sisters, cutting across the oval and being excited about being here.
The first year saw staff and students tackle difficult conditions with enthusiasm.
During the school's second year,
it grew to more than 2,000 students,
making it the biggest in the state. Just memories of, I suppose, dancing. We'd take out the ghetto blaster from the school and borrow that, and we'd have these little dance groups.
Hip hop.
You in hip hop, are you?
Yeah.
I'm more of a country western fan. And Elvis, of course, you can see.
Elvis Presley.
Yep.
My nana loved him.
No computers back then. It was most pen and paper.
I reckon there would be typewriters and like books and like no internet at all.
There was no internet and hardly any computers around or anything, so everything was done manually.
Yeah, we use computers, laptops, iPads. We use Google a lot to research stuff and the internet.
Elizabeth South has given me amazing qualities and attributes that I've taken through to this day, which I'm so proud of.
I felt like it was a really safe environment for me. The teachers were always so caring and compassionate towards us as children.
Elizabeth City Centre has changed completely. The civic centre's expanded, the skate parks they've put in, Northern Sound System, the way they popped that in there, and I think there's a better focus on youth in arts in the area.
Like when I came here at the start, I didn't know nothing, not even English. And then I slowly learned how to speak English.
My favourite subject at school is English because your mind fills up with these ideas and then you put them into a story and it feels great.
My favourite subject is maths. Math. Because it helps your brain get more healthier and works you up, and you need your brain to be stretched more. So in the future you can have a good education. So this is the pumpkin patch and watermelon garden. So as you can see, there's a nice big watermelon right here. That's going to be cut up soon and spread around in the kitchen for us to eat.
This is the chicken coop. We have 5 chickens and I think they all lay eggs, and every morning we collect the eggs that they lay.
Elizabeth South Primary School for me was a place that holds a lot of fond memories. It was a really special place to grow up and a great start to my education.
Learn there's no mistakes. Just if you make mistakes, don't worry about it. Just ask for help.
You can do this, no matter what. If you say that I can't do this, it's too hard, that's just part of growing up and learning.
There was those core values that were taught to us here. It's resilience, it's kindness, it's compassion, and I know that many of us students, we carried that through into high school and beyond.
Welcome to Elizabeth South.
I've now thought about perhaps being their managers when they're older, so I can take a little bit of a cut from the money that they might make as film stars. So well done guys for doing that, and the past students. Alright, so in a moment we'll head outside to bury the film in a time capsule, along with some of the students' work. The time capsule location will be registered on a National History Register, and it will be dug up in 50 years' time from today, which actually makes it the 11th of May 2068.
Okay. Helen, I'll get you to give me a hand in a second. Alright, okay. With the shovel as well. Alright, everybody looking. Alright, guys, turn around, look at the camera. On three, we'll top some dirt in. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Wow. Alright, and then would you guys like to have a go each as well? We're going to bury it. So everyone has a go. Hop in. A little bit of dirt, don't get the plant.
Use your muscles.
Use your muscles.
That's it.
That's it, well done.
You've done this before, Jermaine.
Alright.
Oh, very gentle as well.
Excellent. That's alright, just going to put a dirt on it. It's all good. Yeah, so we don't lose it.
I was thinking that. What happened?
That's it, Hannah. Well done.
Well done, Hannah. Yeah, chuck it in there, guys, and fill that whole hole. So we got lots of that.
I will get that could be it if you like, and we'll make sure that it's filled.
I want to have a go.
Oh, sure.
I want to go. I've never done this before.
Well, you know what? If you're having a go, I'm going to have a go as well.
It's all the time.
Sounds good.
Can I have a turn?
Well done, everybody.
You can have a go, Jay.
Alright, come on, Steve. Get a photo at the front.
There we go.
Alright, I reckon we'll all have a stand out the front here and we'll take one last photo.